Let's practice finding angle measures. In this first one, we know that these angles are going to be supplementary because the angles add up to 180 degrees. So we go x plus 117 equals 180 in order to solve for x. So we subtract 117 from each side, and we are left with 63. So x equals 63 degrees. In this one, we know that these angles are complementary because they are going to add up to 90 degrees. So in order to solve this, we know that x plus 35 equals 90 degrees. And so we subtract 35 from each side, and we are left with x equals 55 degrees. Now in this one, we have vertical angles, and we know that vertical angles are congruent. So we know that whatever x degrees is, it's going to be the same as 128 degrees. So x is simply 128 degrees. In this one, we also have congruent angles, but I want you to notice something. These straight lines are always 180 degrees. So that means this angle plus this angle, they're going to equal 180 degrees. So when we solve for x, all we need to do is write 7x degrees plus x plus 20 degrees. Well, those degrees together, those angles together equal 180. So now all we need to do is use combining like terms to solve for x. Now we know that when we add numbers, it doesn't matter which way you add them, so we can regroup these using associative property. So 7x plus x is 8x plus 20 equal 180. Then we continue breaking it down, subtract 20 from each side. I'll just do it to show you so you don't get confused. And I'll continue up here. So 8x is equal to 160. Then we divide each side by 8, and we're left with x equals 20. Now x doesn't equal 20 degrees because when we plug in for x here, so let's say we plugged in for x here and we go with 7 times 20 degrees, 7 times 20 is 140. So this is 140 degrees. And if we plugged it in here, so 20 plus 20, that's 40 degrees. 140 and 40. And we know that 140 plus 40 equal 180. So yes, we did get the right answer, 180 degrees. What about this one? Well, these are vertical angles, which means that these are congruent. So that means 75 degrees equals 2x plus 1 degree. So in order to solve for x, we subtract 1 from each side. We're left with 74 equals 2x. And then we divide each side by 2, and we're left with x equals 37. Now let's check our work. So 2 times 37 plus 1. We know that 2 times 37 is 74, plus 1 is 75. So these are indeed congruent vertical angles. Last one. We know that these two angles together are going to equal 90 degrees. This is a 90-degree angle. So 2x plus 4x equals 90 degrees. We add these together, so we have 6x equals 90 degrees. And then we divide each side by 6, and we're left with x equals 15. And then you would plug in 15 for each of these, and you'll see that they add up to 90 degrees. So you have 30 degrees here and 60 degrees here, and that equals 90. That's supposed to be a 0.